India-Pakistan partition. Today, after a full year, Aratrika had come to meet her parents with her children. The children and Aratrika's brother's children were playing together in the evening. Aratrika's parents were watching TV. Meanwhile, Aratrika's parents started arguing and the matter escalated. Aratrika's mother wanted her to watch her favorite serial Bunyad on TV, which is based on the partition of India and Pakistan, while Aratrika's father wanted to watch the news. Both were adamant on their point, but there was only one TV. All the children were watching their grandparents fighting and were smiling in their mind that they are fighting like us. Then Aratrika's father said, "Why do we have to watch a serial on partition? We have seen the partition with our own eyes." During this, the children became very excited and they asked Grandpa to tell the story of partition. The TV had been switched off and grandfather started telling. "I will tell you the story of partition. Partition means how Pakistan and India were divided, and in that the famous province of present Pakistan, Khyber Pakhtoon, is the uppermost province of Pakistan which shares its border with Afghanistan. It is a resident of Bannu, the last railway station of India and its famous district. In the context of partition of India and Pakistan, we saw that scene of partition with our own eyes. Our district Bannu was very beautiful and was surrounded by a wall on all sides. It had 6 gates from where there was the border of Afghanistan and no country land. Tribes of Pakhtun, Billoj and Kabaili lived there. Those tribes used to come any time and loot our beautiful district like robbers in a group of horses, which was called Gaddi in the local language. Bannu was a very beautiful district in which the majority of the population was Pathan. On 7th August 1947, the Tanga driver of a Pathan family in our neighborhood advised us that if we want to live here as Muslims, then it is okay, otherwise our life can be in danger here. The work of Unani Hikmat was being done in our family for many generations, so that Tanga driver loved our family very much. On his advice, we decided to leave our beautiful and ancestral house and come to India. Then our father Hakim Ji, our mother, our elder sister and we 3 brothers sat in the Tanga and loaded the necessary household goods in it. We asked the Tanga driver to go towards our Shafa Khana, which was near the vegetable market. The Tanga reached there. Hakim Ji opened a shop and kept a box in which our ancestral wrestling and some handwritten books of Hikmat were kept in the Tanga. At the same time, the period of violence started there. The horse carts driver was considered one of the famous men of our district. While stopping the crowd moving towards us, he warned that no one can say anything to Hakim Sahab's family. "If anyone dares to do so, I will shoot him." The rioters retreated. The horse carts driver bid us farewell with tearful eyes in the train coming towards Punjab. "It is only due to our family profession that we could come safely from there to Hindustan." The horse carts driver was considered one of the famous men of our district. While stopping the crowd moving towards us, he warned that no one can say anything to Hakim Sahab's family. "If anyone dares to do so, I will shoot him." The rioters retreated. The horse carts driver bid us farewell with tearful eyes in the train coming towards Punjab. "It is only due to our family profession that we could come safely from there to Hindustan." The train headed towards Punjab and we got down at the Phagwara station. Our elder sister and her elder brother-in-law and brother-in-law were waiting for us with their families at a famous dharmashala there. We spent a comfortable night there and thanked the horse carriage driver from the bottom of our hearts. By then, even in Punjab, we had got to know about Bannu from the Hindus coming from the frontier. Now I take the story back to Bannu. It was 9th August 1945. All the government employees and elected representatives belonged to a particular community. All of them together spread the rumor that a last train will leave Bannu for Punjab on 10th. After that no other train will leave Punjab for India. The effect of this rumor was that all the rich and wealthy people of the city arranged for their tickets in the trains by recommendation. This was the scheme of those robbers who wanted to rob the rich people. On 10th August 1947, the train was jam-packed. More than 1,200 people were packed in the compartment of 500 people. This scene was like the one you must have seen in the film Gadar. The train started from its station and after traveling 12 kilometers, huge logs of trees were put on the track. The train stopped and the Pathans and Banjaras of the Pakhtun tribe looted the train mercilessly. Wealthy people were mercilessly looted. Young girls were kidnapped and taken away. The rest of the people were mercilessly killed. The engine of the train was separated from the train and its driver was told to go ahead and tell the people of Punjab that now all the trains will come back only after being cut. The driver was told to tell this news to everyone in Punjab that we will not send anyone alive now. When the engine of the train reached the border of Punjab, it was found out how the people of the frontier were mercilessly cut into the entire train. So there was an uproar in the whole of Punjab and the Sardars reacted to this and there also people of other communities started getting killed. Hakim Sahab and his family were very scared. Hakim Sahab got the word Om tattooed on the hands of his 3 sons and shaved their heads and kept plates and put a sacred thread around their necks so that people coming from far away could realize that they were from the Hindu community. Because except the Sardar Sikhs, everyone without turbans started killing them thinking they were from other communities. Somehow, we managed to survive the night of the 10th in Phagwara. Because of the violence, there was no one to pick up the dead bodies. There was looting everywhere. Vultures were tearing apart the dead bodies and eating them. Cholera spread in the city. From there, we left for Jalandhar and Hakim Sahab's son-in-law and his family members left for Delhi. After reaching Jalandhar, we stayed with one of our relatives. Even there, we could not stay for long. Our father Hakim Sahab was a hereditary Hakim. He had decided to stay in Haridwar. Because Haridwar is a place of Ayurvedic medicines where there is a storehouse of infinite Ayurvedic medicines. But destiny had written the story of our life for some other city. When we boarded the train from Jalandhar and headed towards Haridwar, a traveller from Nagina boarded the train from Salda and stood near Hakim Sahab for a long time. There was a huge crowd and people were sitting on top of each other. There was no place to sit in a crowd of thousands. Hakim Sahab himself stood up and gave a place to sit to that standing man and said that I am coming from a long distance, you please sit, I am tired. The conversation started. When that man asked Hakim Sahab about his story, the traveller whose name was Ramprasad told Hakim Sahab that one of our friends is very sick and he has been kept in a house outside the city. The man is very rich, but he tears his clothes. That is why he has been kept in a house away from the population. You treat him and don't let him go to Haridwar. You cure him and I will get you whatever price you ask for. From Moradabad station we boarded the train to Chandausi and after reaching Chandausi we were given accommodation in the same house. Hakim Sahab saw the patient and after seeing something in the nails of his palm he guessed about his illness. The patient was very rich and had become hopeless after consulting the best doctors of the state. He was not aware of himself. Hakim Sahab placed a condition with Ram Prasad. It was Dashera day and I will cure the patient even if I have to work so hard but you will have to pay me whatever amount I ask for. The deal was done and Hakim Sahab cured the patient by Diwali day as per his condition and brought him to the market on foot. There was an uproar in the whole city that this Hakim who has come from the frontier has cured a patient whom even the best doctors of the state could not cure. The news spread like wildfire in the entire city. The patient reached his shop. As per the condition, A much lesser amount than the agreed amount was given to Hakim Sahab and he was persuaded to stay here. He can open his dispensary here and we will build a pharmacy and you can give all your prescriptions to the pharmacy. But Hakim Sahab was not ready to work under anyone. He took that money and arranged for a rented shop near the market and gave the money he had received in advance to the shop owner as rent for 1 year and returned home empty-handed. The next day he came to his shop with his family's wrestling box and sat down on a mat. The news of his arrival in the city had some effect and there was a queue of patients. Every patient was given packets of pushta and was asked to bring some Ayurvedic plant. Some were asked to bring aloe, some to bring neem, some to bring cluster bean. Due to his knowledge of Ayurvedic medicines, people from rural areas started bringing indigenous medicines to him and the vehicle started moving and we became residents of Chandosi. The issue is who got the partition done and why. The country treated the people who came after the partition with respect. But many names like refugee, fugitive Punjabi were added before our names. I was very saddened that people of our own country were labelled as refugees in India after leaving their ancestral land and for a long time. But the players of politics divided the country into pieces and our Hindu community had to suffer the consequences. Establishing themselves in a new place with great hard work and effort, building their own business, bringing up children, educating them, achieving their goals is not a child's play. It is the lines on a man's hand, but fate takes you to the place where you have to spend your life and where you have food and water written in it. Life is spent there only. Partition is a stigma for which the countrymen will never forgive those people who are responsible for this partition. Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan Sahab was also from the same province. Once Pakistan's Prime Minister Musharraf came to Delhi, he expressed his desire to see his birthplace and his biggest wish was to visit a locality in Chandni Chowk where he was born. This is the pain expressed by the heart that a man's heart always likes to see the place where he was born. Politicians never recognize this pain. It is hoped that nature will someday punish those people who are responsible for this division. Saying this, grandfather sat down calmly. All the children clapped and praised the story of partition. Grandfather snatched the TV remote from grandfather's hand and gave it to grandfather and promised to tell one more story the next day.